Hey everybody, this is Astronomy Draws, and I'm here today to address the issues in the art community right now. There are lots of things that are happening that not a lot of people have heard of. Let's start out with the major one, DM scams. If you get a weird message in your DMs, please show an adult immediately. I cannot stress this enough. If it seems like a scam, do not answer it. I'm being dead serious. People right now are getting scammed out there on the internet for their art. And I cannot stress how major this is. This is like levels of major that you really don't want to be a part of. So I'm going to explain more on this. So if you do get a weird message that says, hey, I'll pay you $1,000 for this drawing. Hey, can you send me this drawing as an NFA? It's meaning that if they ask you for fan art, you gotta check it first. If there's a link that says, oh, click this link to claim your money, that is a scam. If you get DM'd, first thing you should do is actually sit down with a trusted adult and show them. Second thing you should do is actually tell the person in DMs, sorry, but I don't sell my artwork. Or, oh, thanks for the offer, but I don't want this. I was almost scammed on Twitch the other day because I had almost fell into a trap of a person on Twitch saying, oh, I can make you some amazing cover art for your YouTube channel if you just give me your name on Discord. I almost got scammed because I wasn't thinking about what I was doing. It was late at night. I had just got done with the stream, and yes, getting scammed is a bad thing. Don't repeat me. Don't repeat me, stars. Really, don't. It would be bad. And also, here's the second thing that you need to address. AI art scraping. There are AIs out there that do scrape art, like ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Grok, Mantis. I can go on and on. There's a whole bunch of AI chatbots out there now that scrape artwork. And here's how you can protect your art. Use nightshade or glazing. These protect your art from being taken. It poisons the site if art is taken, because then it shuts down the whole thing on that site. And also, if said artwork does get taken, you can always, and I mean this, always go in and file a claim. Like, file a claim about it. Tell people what's going on. Or address it on your social medias. Even better, tell people what's happening in the world so then you don't have other people getting their art taken. And it's even better if you do that, because then people aren't getting scammed as much. People are being able to sit down and draw. And yes, what I'm going to say next might be a little scary. Thirdly, the last thing that I wanted to discuss was protecting yourself with artwork. There's a lot of things going on out there with like how artwork is getting taken and everything else. There are people out there that are actually outlining your art, like tracing it, stealing it off the web, using it as their own, saying that they drew it when they didn't. And so I wanted to address that because I don't want any of you guys to be a fortune of people that want to steal your work. And I really wanted to make it clear that this idea for a video only came around when I was watching Lavender Town, because she actually explained more on this matter. If you want to know more, go check her out. I'm only explaining stuff that I know. She knows a lot more about how to use nightshade and how to glaze over your artwork. So go check her out. She's a pretty cool YouTuber. She does a lot of arts, and if you guys haven't heard of her, she's a really awesome YouTuber. I watch her all the time. I admire her art. But does that mean I use her art? No. I draw my own art. I have a whole gallery in Ips Paint where I have drawn most of my characters for my Discord. I know that a lot of what I'm talking about might not be going through to art people, but this is for people that need to know how to protect their art. So please protect your art and keep it safe, because you never know when you're going to get scammed, like, out of your own art. And last but not least, I wanted to address another thing. I wanted to know more about what's going on in socials. I have seen online that there are AI chatbots coming into Twitch, and this is very uncomforting to me because they ask if they can make me art, and it's very hard to be like, no, please, I make my own. Or if they're scammers. There are scammers on Twitch. To be exact, I was almost scammed myself with a guy who could help promote my channel, and I almost said yes, but I didn't. This is very uncomforting to me because I draw a lot of artwork, and sometimes I do play Minecraft, which I have a lot of things that I like to do on Twitch. I'm also a Rescue Bots kid, so most of my artwork is based off Transformers. Which this one is just a random drawing I've been working on. That was layer 1. Time for layer 2. I'm gonna drop that a bit and see. Yeah, as you can tell, I do a lot of artwork where I have to drop the ideas. The cool thing about this is that I actually draw these characters before I post them. You guys get to see one of my videos where I'm actually fucking drawing for once. So, anyways, everyone stay safe and keep yourself protected. And I wanted just to address this because a lot of you out there are probably artists. And I wanted you guys to know, hey, sometimes our artwork is being stolen, and it is not a good thing. AI art thieves are real, and if you don't believe me, then at least believe me now, because this isn't something that I want to address again. I love to address this, really. I enjoyed addressing this. But addressing this in a way where I had to sit down and explain to a community of artists that, oh, their artwork might be being stolen by AI. That is not comforting to me. It is very not comforting, even though I don't use AI at all. I just know how it feels. I know what could happen if somebody's artwork gets stolen and they weren't informed about it. Most people don't even know what's happening with the art scene right now. And I wanted to change that, so I made this video just to explain what is actually happening, and I don't want people to get hurt because their art is being stolen and nobody knows what to do about it. That is not why I made this video. I made it so that people would understand that yes, artwork is being stolen, but there are ways to stop it. Which, honestly, a lot of those ways are very amazing ways to prevent your artwork from being stolen. And I love that there are ways out there, like glazing and night shading and everything else. And you guys are very sweet on my channel, and I really wanted you guys to understand that some artwork is being stolen, but it is not going to happen for long. But currently AI art thieving is in a area where it's very freaking in a gray zone of law right now, because nobody wants to deal with it. Nobody wants to stop it. And nobody wants to help anybody. So what pisses me off is that nobody's helping. Nobody's saving. Nobody wants to save anybody, and it makes me very upset that people are out there being hurt. Like just now, I had to rescue a bird from my cat who was trying to eat it. And it's an adorable little birdie. I'm currently holding it in my hand. It's alive, and I saved it before my kitty could hurt him. It's my new pet, and I'm not letting my cat eat it. But he's hurt badly, so I'm gonna leave you guys with this. And I'll come back with a part 2 if you guys ask. Have a good day, everybody.